Hello, fellow releaser, and if you've made it here to this video at this time, your soul is speaking directly to you. The cost of evolution. My friend, let's dive into that one. Now, the rising popularity of releasing and letting go is prominent, but you always need to deep dive into the intention behind that because releasing is truly only meant to lead you back into sovereignty, only back into more of you. And so, if there is any other intention behind it, then you lose the whole point. Releasing is supposed to be the pioneer of your evolution. And what that means truly is as you shift out of certain circumstances, places, people, things that you entertain and no longer uphold, you have room for more expansion, room for greater capacity of all of the goodness that God has to offer. So sometimes releasing isn't about discarding or throwing away old relationships, old places, old jobs, old things. But it's really about honoring the fact that you have allowed certain things to limit your capacity to hold more of what is available to you. And so, as you go on the evolution journey, the question becomes so prominent: what is the cost of evolution? What a vast question that is. Truly, what a vast question. What is the cost of evolution? There's so many things that evolution be costing, girl. Number one, it can cost you relationships, but the best cost, what are you paying to evolve? What are you no longer willing to tolerate? Because in not evolving, you are tolerating so much. And let's just chalk it up as nonsense. Let's just say nonsense. You are entertaining so much nonsense, and so therefore you aren't able to expand and evolve. But once you pay the cost of, I'm going to give away my tolerance so that I no longer have to uphold that, that is what you're releasing. Whew! Tolerance is out the window for nonsense. Now you have so much room. When you calculate how much time and energy you've been using for nonsense, and you take it back and you're like, not going to uphold that anymore. You get so much space to do so many other things and receive so much more of the light of God. It's crazy. That's one cost of evolution. Evolution will ask you to look at what you are tolerating, friend, and be honest and real with yourself. But what you are invited to become aware of as you evolve is, what am I upholding? What energy expenditure am I pouring and outsourcing outside of myself? And how do I call my power back to myself in this now moment? Because evolution requires you to look at you. Evolution requires you to look at the part of your consciousness that is not operating from divine love. Literally, you have to hold a mirror up to yourself and be like, ooh, this is where I've been operating from this aspect of me that is based in scarcity, lack, whatever. And it's perpetuating this, which is calling these experiences in. And if you know to evolve, that's no longer what you wish to uphold, and no longer what you wish to entertain, then the first step of that is always being graceful and loving to yourself as you look within at the layers of who you are being. And so again, the theme here is who you are being, but the survival roles that you are holding on to. Because in order to grow and in order to expand your consciousness, you're going to have to benevolently hold and look within, and then realize what that part of you is coming from. So sometimes there's a little bit of inner child work, yes. And sometimes it's just like, oh, this is rooted in fear of abandonment. Oh, this is rooted in scarcity. Oh, this is lack consciousness. Oh, this is mass consciousness, which might I add, the point in life that we are in right now, this day and age, this time with all these things that are happening globally, you have got to have a ability to zoom out and look at mass consciousness and see how you are partaking and participating in mass consciousness. If you want a world that is better, that is more evolved, that is more uplifting, what are you doing to contribute to that on a daily basis? Are you entertaining narcissists? Are you gossiping? Are you judging other people? Are you being polarizing? Are you condemning other people for their polarizing? What are you doing that's contributing to the mass consciousness that you do not enjoy? Because in order for us to ever evolve as a collective, you have to evolve as an individual. Woo! I got full body chills. And so when you focus and fixate on these external frustrations and you let social media and things prime and gift you emotional states and you receive it and you're like, yes, I'm going to take on this rage, I'm going to take on this frustration, I'm going to take on this cancel culture, how are you contributing to the cost of not evolving? Ooh, that one's deep. How are you contributing to the cost of us not evolving? Because we can sit here all day and be like, me, I. And that is the most and single most important thing, because your individuation, who you are expressing as an individuated sovereign soul, is important. But that individuated soul that you are is still a part of the one. You are still only a light beam expressed in a different color that comes from original source. So how are you being benevolent to more goodness being on earth? And that doesn't mean you got to do more things. Sometimes your consciousness will literally call you into your home base. That is where you will learn how to evolve. Because your evolution is not the same as Cassandra's evolution. Your evolution is not the same as Ibrahim's evolution. Your evolution is not the same as Molly's evolution. Okay? Everyone's evolution is going to look slightly different. And what you're encouraged to do at this point in time is to deeply know what you need. I could sit here all day and tell you the things that I do to elevate my consciousness, to heal, to lift. But at the end of the day, you have got to trust yourself to go on the adventure and be curious and open to what is for your soul. Because you have the answers within you. You already know what is benevolent to you. And so the cost of evolution is really, truly, are you going to stop listening to the indoctrination, the projections of family, friends, and agents of socialization that you grew up around? And are you going to trust your inner guidance? Are you going to go to spaces and go to souls who you feel a deep reverence and connection with, and be curious about that? Because that is where your evolution lies. I'm going to take a breath right there because I'm getting excited. Woo! Wow. So much wisdom is coming through right now, and I'm just grateful to be the vessel. Ooh, thank you. Your evolution. Somebody get a pen right now. You clocked it? We got pens on deck in this space, pens and pencils, because we are students at all times. Thank you, God. Your evolution requires you to understand that whilst you are on the individuation road, you will receive gifts, you will experience your gifts, you will blossom and expand your callings, gifts, and who you are, your essence. That's the word, essence. And when you are evolving, this is just a calling to remind you that you are not the owner of said gifts. You are just the manager of the experience. And so allow yourself to fully liberate the gifts that are trying to come through you so that you can spread more goodness on earth. And sometimes, and this is something that I've noticed a lot in my clients, like, what is my calling? What is my gifts? What's my calling to be of service to humanity? Sometimes your service to humanity is healing yourself. Sometimes it is creating art. Sometimes it is speaking to uplift and speak life over other people. Sometimes it's just being with you, because what that does is it not only heals you, but it heals all that are to come from you and all that walked before you for you to be. That is how powerful healing and being in your own you-ness, that's how strong it is. And so honor the fact that you are not managing and controlling the direction and how you wish to express your gifts. And you aren't the gift. You are the manager of the experience of letting the gifts pass through. Yes. And so sometimes you try and hold on to and you feel like things slip away, or it was going so well and now it's because it's just passing by. Don't identify with your sorrows. Don't identify with your depression and your anxiety. It is an experience passing through you the same way your gifts are passing through you. Because the greater and the grander picture here is, as you allow for evolution to occur through you, the collective evolves. And that's the point. You are being called and guided to rest. You're being called and guided to go where you are loved, go where you are received, go where you feel held. And you are being called to stop holding on to things, let go, and be in the resonance of the moment. Whatever that moment is teaching you, whether it is rage, or whether it is joy, or whether it is healing, or whether it is creation, all of it is love. And I had this revelation where it's like, I really, really had the aha moment of like, love is really and truly not only and just romantic love, the way that they capped our power to understand what love is. Love is so infinite that to even try and box it in does it a disservice. Because I used to think, oh, love is like what you get from your family, or love is like what you get from a romantic relationship. No. Love is a sovereign, indescribable energy that can come in a vast way. Like, have you ever just like played a sport and you just osmose into the moment and like you almost become the sport? And like, have you ever painted a painting and like you become the scene? And have you ever played a board game so passionately that like you feel the victory? And then have you ever kissed someone and you just melt into the moment, into the flesh to flesh? And have you ever eaten food that is so tasty that like you have that moment in Ratatouille where the rat eats the cheese and the strawberry at the same time, where like sparks of light and joy, just a symphony on your taste buds? All of that is love. Have you ever felt so angry and you were actually able to channel that anger through something? Like you went to a boxing class, or you did a breathwork class and you felt the rage come up and you let it go. That is love. Love has no bounds. Love has no compartments. To even try and compartmentalize love, you have forgotten the essence of it. You have forgotten that it is all. You have forgotten that you are love. And you are only experiencing love through the evolution process, through the trials and explorations and learning curves. Because I won't say tribulations. I don't even believe in tribulations. It is only ever benevolent to you. It is only ever benevolent to you. Your creator actually made nothing that is non-benevolent to you. It is you and your mind, not necessarily you, because sometimes it's your mind or your projection that you receive that contaminate the benevolence of it. Everything is benevolent to you. Everything. Even in that moment, like in that moment of me just describing to you what love is, I fell in love with that moment. Like I felt the love of that moment. And honestly, if that doesn't make sense to you, you're probably on the wrong video. You're probably with the wrong girl. Because let me tell you, you have got to tap into your uniqueness and how you resonate with this humanistic experience. And your feelings are not the same as the next person, and you don't have to dim that. There's so many times and seasons in life where it's like, yeah, you know what? You want to call it extra? Butter me up now and call me extra, because that's who I am. And that's how I enjoy resonating with the tapestry of what it means to be human. And so if you're still here at this point, I'm going to need you to comment rainbow and sunshine. Rainbow and sunshine, or you could put the rainbow emoji and the sunshine emoji. Because earlier it was so prominent that sometimes you don't need an external anything. You have the answers within. And when you forget, this is what you do. You say, mind, show me what I already know about overcoming this. Show me what I know about releasing this expectation. Show me how I can elevate my consciousness, body. What do you feel? Tap more into your feelings. I don't know who needs to hear that, but actually, your mind is secondary to your divine feelings, right? When we talk about the laws of reality, divine feminine comes first and then divine masculine, right? Because expansion comes as a result from honoring the wisdom that is innate, the creation, the expansion of the feminine, the feelings, the knowing, right? And then logic has its place after you tap into that innate feeling. So everyone has divine feminine and masculine energy. But in order for us to restore balance in this world, go into your knowing and then give that to your masculine mind and then generate. Yes. Woo, this is a lot, you guys. This is so powerful. I pray that this is uplifting. I pray that this feels like it resonates. I pray that whatever it is that you need, you walk away with it. Even if it's just seeing someone express in the way that you wish to. Be free. You only have this life. And you only have this opportunity to use your consciousness to generate more goodness. And take accountability, atone, and hold space for that which you have participated in or experienced that wasn't benevolent to the greatest good of all. And give yourself grace and compassion and kindness, and send anything that does not resonate with you now and who you are and the truth of your identity and clarity with the divine. Send it up into the fields of light. Give it to God. One simple thing that I love to use with my clients and on myself is just coming into the now, connecting to the breath, and you can say, mind, body, emotions, feelings, clear any and all distortions and send them into the fields of light where they will receive God's love and attention. And then you ground back. Once you feel that elevate off of you, you ground back into the now. And just spend more time speaking to yourself. Someone needed a permission slip for that today. Talk to yourself. But how are you talking to yourself? Change the internal voice that is counterproductive to your evolution. So instead of asking, why did you do this? Why did you do that? Why haven't you done this yet? Why aren't you further along? This is not happening. You're not successful enough. If you let that tiny voice in your mind run off, it will take you down depths of despair. So change it. Create a empowering reframe from your disempowering frame. Your empowering reframe could be, why are you so brilliant? Why are you so creative? Why are you so abundant? Why are you so capable? And let your body respond, not your mind. You heard that beep? I don't know if it came through on the microphone. Beep confirmation. This is where you need to be. This is where you need to be. Push in some energy into your empowering reframes. And so be kind to yourself and spend a little bit more time really realizing where you have resistance to creating a reframe and then where you feel resonance, and build more of that in your library, in your mind. So powerful. Thank you, Divine. Because this is also, we are on this healing journey together, my friend. This is also me practicing trusting the divine intuition within and trusting that what is needed will come to the front. And we all have to practice this more. We all have to practice. There's no perfect strategy sometimes. Sometimes melt into the now and osmose and co-create with your maker. Co-create with all that is there to support you and allow it to be. You don't need to control your way, because guess what? Controlling ain't got us nowhere. Look at the state of things now. I mean, there's some good stuff, but like for the most part, controlling ain't got us nowhere. Controlling is actually calling us into a space where evolution is calling light workers, it's calling healers, it's calling liberators to the forefront. Because when you don't trust the divine law and the divine order of our maker and you don't trust it, it has a way of reframing anyways to be empowering. So we've been in disempowering mode, and now the universe and God is like, well, they kind of are steering the ship off left. It's going to recalibrate and come right back where it's supposed to be. And so that is also the message here, friend. Dear releaser, if you feel that you've gone off course, you will always come back right where you need to be. Do not fret, do not control. Trust your surrender and regain internal trust. Ooh.